So, the tariff man caused an 800-point slide in the Dow Jones yesterday. A lot of you people, and it's kind of like a universal belief that the market is rational. And I hope some of you could understand from seeing the reaction yesterday to a simple tweet, kind of a silly tweet too. I'm Tariff Man, sending the market down 800 points. I watched in amazement from the standpoint of really how incredible the stock market can be. In the sense that investors from time to time are totally willing, without asking for anything in return, to hand over amazing gifts to those who are patient. And yesterday was absolutely, completely a gift. This whole entire sell-off that we had since, September, where we saw the S&P go from 2950 to just below 2600. Again, a gift, but I guess the overall sell-off, you could say there were certain economic factors, slowdown in the economy, but yesterday's sell-off, the 800 points down, and I think that was maybe the fourth largest sell-off ever, or something like that. 800 points down on a simple tweet. Again, I watched in amazement, really almost, I watched in amusement, I should say, at the generosity of investors to hand over amazing gifts without asking anything in return. So the concept of the market being a rational place, I mean, if yesterday's action doesn't convince you that for the most part the market is irrational, most of the times it is driven by herd mentality, which is almost never correct. And for those who can be patient and wait, the opportunities are literally handed to them, handed to you, given to you. You know, Warren Buffett has a story when he was studying under Benjamin Graham, the famous finance professor at Columbia University, who basically taught him the concept of value investing. He talks about Mr. Market. Mr. Market comes knocking on your door every day with a bushel basket full of stocks, and one day he sells them at a particular price, and the next day he could be back selling them at a different price. Same exact basket of stocks, same fundamentals, but the price varies from day to day. And if you just wait until Mr. Market knocks on your door at a price that is deeply, deeply discounted. I mean, some of these stocks are trading below book value, the breakup value of the companies. And we're not talking about lousy companies. We're talking about solid, leading companies in their field trading below book value. Anyway, I sat and watched with amusement as another major gift was handed over by the irrationality of investors, the herd mentality. Trump tweets a silly tweet, "I am Tariff Man," and that triggers a stampede for the exit. So anyway, and by the way, China is complying, at least initially now, it looks like they are complying with many of the U.S. requests. They're going to be buying more agricultural products, farm exports. They're going to be buying more energy from the U.S., So, I mean, they are complying. So even though Trump sent out that tweet, it didn't equate to immediate action like, okay, that's it, I'm putting the tariffs on right now. And it was a silly tweet. I'm Tariff Man. He's the president of the United States. Have some dignity, have some class. I'm Tariff Man. Anyway, that's beside the point. The market is, for the most part, irrational. It's driven by herd mentality. And it's basically mathematical that if you go against herd mentality, you will come out a big winner in the end. I mean, if you ask most people what has been their experience in the stock market for those who are in the stock market, still most will roll their eyes and said, oh, I just lose. I never really made any money. And that's because of the psychology of investors. This buy high and sell low, this highly emotional state that they're in constantly, whether it's emotion driven by greed or emotion driven by fear. I had a guy one time. I had many, really, but I mean, this example really sticks in my head. When the market was going up and up and up, and we had defensive positions on, or he had defensive positions on, he couldn't take it because it was going up and up and up. And I kept asking the question, as I've asked the question here before, can you say unequivocally, without hesitation, that there will never be a stock market correction again, ever? And I think a lot of you here who are posting up comments chiding about the correction, and a lot of you were the same people saying it's going to keep going up and up and up. Nobody could say that unequivocally. There is always corrections. The thing is, you have to be patient and wait for them. But he was saying he couldn't take it anymore. His wife was coming home from work crying because all of her colleagues at work were celebrating the gains they were making in the stock market. That was near the highs. Now look what happened. So it is a function of behavior. It is a function of psychology. It is a function of how people, and you know what the fascinating thing is? I mean, as consumers, most of us are very, very savvy. We won't buy anything unless it's on sale. You wait for your favorite product or item to be on sale, and then you go. Look at the holidays are coming up, Christmas time, holidays. We might have people go out and shop, but the big shopping, what is it? Black Friday, right after Thanksgiving, when the major sales, or right after the holidays in January, when prices are cut, everybody runs. That behavior is well ingrained. But in the stock market, and that's rational behavior, you want to buy, if an item is priced at a particular price, and then that same item is priced at a lower price without any reduction in its quality or standard, you're going to buy that if that's something you desire. But with this, when it comes to the stock market, the behavior is opposite. People want to pay dearly for stocks, and they want to sell and abandon those same companies and same stocks when they are basically on sale at deep discount. So go figure. I mean, I've made these comments many times. I made them in speeches and talks that I've given, and it's really a fascinating, just a fascinating observance of behavior. How it is contradictory that as consumers we're very, very savvy, but as investors we tend to do the opposite thing. Anyway, yeah, today's a day off in observance of George H.W. Bush, who passed away earlier this week. And tomorrow we'll be back in the market. We got the OPEC meeting coming up on Thursday. Crude was a little, by the way, he tweeted again. Trump tweeted again today. Crude was rallying pretty nice today in the futures market. And then he said, OPEC better not cut. And we got a sell-off. So there it is again. There's that behavior again. A tweet. We don't know what OPEC is going to do. Maybe they won't cut. We'll find out. See ya. Bye.